Well, what's up, guys? GotDave here. I'm just cruising over to Tico's Tacos to get me a breakfast burrito. It's like almost 11 o'clock, so I figure I should probably eat something. And what better way to start the day than a Tico's Tacos breakfast burrito? Supermoto crew. That was rad, dude. All those guys were like, hell yeah! That was cool, man. But while I'm riding over here to get me some breakfast, I figure I would talk about the beta a little bit, because I recently had a viewer leave me a comment about he was off-roading his beta. I'm not sure if it's a 500 or what it is, but it doesn't matter. It was in a sand wash and he was riding it and he fell. And it cracked one of the side covers, but I don't think bad enough to spill all the oil out and actually leave him stranded. I don't think it was like a major thing like that, but he had to buy a new side cover. And then he said when he got home, he was taking, like, you know, he had the seat off and stuff, and he noticed that the subframe, which is plastic, and I talked about this before, the subframe had a crack in it. And he was like, man, you know, so I broke a side cover and I broke the subframe. And he said that the other day him and his dad were looking at his dad's bike, and his dad also, him and his dad own betas, and his dad's subframe on his bike was broken as well. So it was just like, dude, you know, like, I don't know, not cool. Like, made me kind of like, I'm glad that I just use mine mostly for street, and I really don't have too much intention of doing any hardcore off-roading on this bike. I just wanted like a dual sport type of bike, and I didn't really have the intention of using it off-road because I have a 2-stroke dirt bike that I can use anytime I actually want to go like thrash off-road. And if I fall on that bike, it's already got like some of the graphics are messed up on it and stuff because I have fallen, and so I'm not worried about that bike. Where the beta, this bike here, it still looks really nice, and I don't want to mess it up, you know, by like falling off-road and breaking it and crushing the radiator, and you know, and then I have to buy a bunch of stuff for it to make it look nice again. But I was thinking about what he was saying that he did to his beta, and I wanted to tell you just recently, the little post on the kickstand that the spring attaches to broke. Okay, I got home from a ride and I flipped the kickstand down and it went bam, and the spring went flying off, and thank God it missed my face, because it went flying off at like 1,000 miles an hour, like a freaking slingshot coming like straight up, dude. And I had to actually get a bolt to replace that little kickstand bolt that was screwed into the kickstand. I had to pull the broken part out of there, which I'll save for a different video. And then I had to go to the local hardware store and get like a nut and a bolt and a washer, and I put that in to replace the spring mount that came factory, because I didn't want to go get another one, because obviously if the first one broke, you know, the second one's not going to be any better. See, that's what I did. I bought a bolt and then used a nut and a washer to space it out so the spring would sit out there, because there was like a shoulder on the OEM one, so it's pretty much the same. And so I got just like a top quality stainless steel bolt from the local hardware store, and hopefully that'll be better than whatever was on their OEM. Another thing I noticed just recently about my bike is I had the seat off, and for a battery hold down on this bike, they use like a big old rubber band, you know, that goes from like one hook to another hook. It goes like over the battery, and that was broken. And like the battery was just, and there's really nowhere for it to go once the seat is on top of it. It can't really move around in there, so it doesn't really need a hold down. But still, you know, it's like you'd think that it would, how long have I had this bike? Like half a year, you know, and like it already broke? That's kind of cheesy. So, I don't know. Just figured I would talk about the durability, not reliability, but just durability, you know, like just overall, like how tough is this bike? You know, like is it really as tough as it needs to be to go off-road, or to last more than 6 months, or who knows? But we will see. Hopefully, I've been having a good experience so far with this bike. You know, it's just little things here and there, you know, that have been weird. You know, like ever since I went to the one-way breather on the gas cap and took that hose off of there, now it runs how it should. That was a major fix. And then now that little bolt for the kickstand spring, and then I noticed the battery hold down rubber band was broken. You know, just little things, not anything major that would make me just be like, oh, screw it, I'm just selling this bike. But at the same time, you know, other bikes that I've had for years haven't had little issues like that. So who knows? We'll wait and see, and I will keep you posted if anything happens. I guarantee you. That's why I'm telling you about all this stuff. It's just you know, like I don't really care what you think about my bike. I love my bike, but it's just having little things, you know, and that's, I just figured I'd let you know what's going on. So I will talk to you later, and have a great day. Peace.